Hi, it's Maija here, and this is my TBR for Space Opera September, which is a readathon run by Thomas from SFF 180. I'm actually right now in the middle of moving, as you can see from my complete mess of a bookshelf, but I wanted to get this TBR up. So as you can probably tell from the title of the readathon, this readathon is all about reading space opera, and it takes place during the whole month of September. There are cool challenges and cool space careers and some spaceships that you can get from completing the challenges. I decided to go along the Federation track. Highest point of the Federation track is to become a fleet admiral, and that is if you read 4 books, and I'm trying to aim to at least become a wing commander and read 3 books. But here are the books that I chose for the challenges. Challenge number 1 is to read a space opera novella, and for this I chose On a Red Station Drifting by Aliette de Bodard, and I own this as an ebook on my Kindle. I have read a couple of de Bodard's other works from the Shuya universe, which this is set in as well, and I like those. This one is set in a space station. That's all I know about it. There's a space station AI. I've really liked de Bodard spaceships and space station AIs before, so I'm looking forward to this one. And this challenge will give me this shuttlecraft. Challenge 2A, which is the second challenge on the Federation track, is to read 2 space operas written by women, and I'm combining this with the first and third challenge. So my first book for this will be On a Red Station Drifting, and the book that I'm gonna show you for my third challenge is the second one. And by completing this challenge, I will get a fighter. So challenge number 3 is to read a space opera written before you were born, and for this I chose Elizabeth A. Lynn's A Different Light, which is an ebook that I've owned for a couple of years now. I think I bought it in 2017, so it's time to read this, and this one is from 1978. The main character of this is a celebrated artist called Jimson Aleka, who has a cancer diagnosis, and as long as he stays on Earth, he can live for a long time, but leaving the planet will drastically shorten his lifespan because he cannot get the treatments needed, I think. But Jimson goes into hyperspace in search of his former lover, the star captain Russell O'Neill. And completing this challenge will give me an explorer ship. Challenge number 4 is to read a space opera that is 500 pages or longer, and for this I have 2 options. I have either Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Curry, which also has a read-along hosted by Rachel from The Shades of Orange in September, or Illumine by Amy Kaufman and Jay Christoph, which I've owned for a while, and I've actually owned both of these for a while. I've seen the first season of the Expanse TV series. It's based on this book series, and I want to read the book too. But I think Illumine would be a faster read because of its format. Illumine, I think, is about 2 kids on a spaceship with an AI, and Leviathan Wakes is this sprawling space opera set in many different planets with a lot of politics. This first one might be a bit more one planet bound than the rest of them, but I will be reading either one of these depending on the time that I have, and completing this challenge would give me a Dreadnought. Dreadnought sounds so cool. I would really like to have one. If I have time, I would really like to also complete challenge 2B, which is to read a space opera with a diverse author and protagonist. And for this, I would choose Behind the Throne by K.B. Wages. This one tells about a gunrunner called Hale Bristol, who is actually the heir of the whole Indranan Empire. And in this book, she is dragged back to her home planet to rule. And I love basically these outsider goes to court stories, so I think I would really like this one. And completing this challenge would give me a blockade runner. This challenge is actually for the privateer. I can't remember the track name, but anyway, the track that would lead you to becoming a space pirate. But I would just like to complete this challenge as well if I have time. So that is my planned TBR. I also have Hexarchet Stories by Yoon-Ha Lee on hold on overdrive, so if that comes to me in September, I think I'm the next in line, so it should come. I'll be reading that too, and that is a short story set in the Nine Fox Gambit universe. I also bought a sneak peek at my Worldcon haul. I bought the science fiction horror comic Outer Darkness by John Layman Afu Chan, Volume 1, Each Other's Throats. And this is more of a science fiction horror, like I said, but I might squeeze it in for Space Opera September as well, because I really, really want to read this. This is one of my most anticipated comics of the year. If I finish 4 books and complete all the challenges, I'll also get my very own home planet that I can name. I love all the cool art in the Readathon, especially the art of the ships, so I would really like to collect all the ships as well. So that is my Space Opera September TBR. Let me know if you are also taking part, and that's all from me for now. I'll see you in my next video.